Good evening, folks, and welcome to News Crumbs, the podcast and now video where you will get your daily highlights of global and national news in just a few minutes. Let's dive right into the tech field. The government pushes to break up tech giant Facebook from its affiliates, Instagram and WhatsApp. The company has been under investigation for its power and past competitive behavior with regards to the antitrust laws. Facebook is unwilling to separate Instagram and WhatsApp because of its shared deals and operations. It will require billions to separate the systems, which in turn weakens the security of both apps and user experience. The House of Antitrust Subcommittee is expected to release its investigations into Facebook and other prominent companies such as Amazon, Apple, and Google. Many have taken over the hashtag Proud Boys on Twitter, a far-right political group with images of LGBTQ pride. The movement started Sunday, not long after President Trump denounced the group in a Fox interview. Bobby Perk, one of the hosts of Queer Eye, sent out a tweet that read, "Look at these little cute hashtag Proud Boys," along with a picture of his husband. Perk encouraged others to retweet the tag in order to spread love and not hate. The latest in politics. America was in shock and disbelief to see President Trump fall ill from COVID-19. Democrats went to the media and wished him a fast recovery, not long after reminding people of the importance of wearing masks. The president is receiving treatment with the steroid dexamethasone and has received an experimental dose meant to supply antibodies to promote the immune system to fight the virus, supplied from Regeneron Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. The First Lady is currently recuperating at the White House. Many who work at the White House are in fear about their possible exposure to COVID-19 as the White House becomes a COVID hotspot. How will officials control and protect the possible outbreaks in the coming weeks of staff and President Trump? Dozens of Trump supporters gather in front of Walter Reed Hospital for a prayer vigil. Supporters were found praying for the president's recovery, while others yelled "shame, shame, shame" at reporters and tried to disrupt live news report feeds. Many are waiting to hear of the president's encouragement on wearing masks. Top in the tabloids, the royal brothers are in dispute once again. It has always been known the distant relationship between Prince Harry and Prince William. However, their rift seems to run deeper than originally thought. The relationship started to sour after the shocking decision of Harry and Meghan wanting to step down as senior members from the royal courts. Prince William's and Kate's displeasure was clear when they went to meet their nephew, Archie Harrison, without Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. The family has been unable to see each other ever since the pandemic, yet it is said that Harry and William have kept in touch in recent months. In other news, over 7 states are seeing a rise in COVID-19 cases, such as Kentucky, Wisconsin, Montana, and Minnesota. Kentucky is the first southern state to report a rise in cases in several weeks. Experts point to colder weather and fatigue in following COVID-19 restrictions and children going back to school to be possible reasons for the sudden surge. New York has remained one of the 18 states that have not had significant rise in cases over the past 2 weeks, according to Reuters analysis. Mayor Bill de Blasio will be shutting down non-essential businesses and schools across 9 neighborhoods in Brooklyn and Queens because of the recent rise. The mandate is still waiting approval by Governor Andrew Cuomo. The plan includes school closures starting Wednesday for an initial 2 weeks, with a possibility of being extended to 4. Indoor and outdoor dining will be prohibited in these areas. Houses of worship will remain open with restrictions. Currently, 11 areas are on the mayor's watch list. De Blasio noted that imposing aggressive measures will be considered if forced, which include transversing to Phase 1 through Phase 4 of the reopening plan. Top of the headlines in sports. Former MLB pitcher Charles Hager was found dead on Saturday, October 3rd after being suspected of killing ex-girlfriend Danielle Breed. Patrol responded to the sounds of shots called in by Breed's roommate. Officers found themselves at the residence where they found Breed's unresponsive. The roommate reported having seen Hager walk outside Breed's bedroom with a handgun in his possession. Her roommate was able to make a quick escape after Hager pointed the gun at him and immediately called 911. Law enforcement attempted to locate Hager, but only found his abandoned car. Not long after, they found Hager dead in his residence with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. The latest in international news: Saudi authorities put out a call to their citizens to boycott everything Turkish. The scalding statement came after Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan accused some of the Gulf countries of destabilizing the region, as reported by Gulf News. Saudi Arabia's Chamber of Commerce head Ashlan al-Ashlan tweeted, "The boycott of everything Turkish, whether on the level of import, investment, or tourism, is the responsibility of every Saudi trader and consumer, in response to the continued hostility of the Turkish government against our leadership, our country, and our citizens." Turkish and Saudi relations have soured ever since the killing of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi, which took place at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul in 2018. Turkey recently indicted 6 Saudi suspects connected to the case. Turkey has sworn suspending diplomatic relations with the Gulf state. The articles touched upon in this segment comes from FOXBusiness, Reuters, Fox, AP News, E! News, and Bloomberg. That's all for today. Thanks for making me a part of your day. I'll be back Tuesday with the latest. I'm Maris Concepcion. Don't forget to subscribe to get your daily on Newsflow.